And we're on the phone with my good friend Keith Thornton, and nobody is more well known in Chicago as a dispatcher at OEMC than Keith. Keith, I know you have a little announcement to make. You're planning on leaving OEMC. What's going on, my friend?
Well, my last shift is today as a 911 dispatcher here in the city of Chicago. It's a very sad but exciting moment as well because I will be doing the same thing I've been doing, helping out in the city of Chicago and just doing my thing in a leadership position elsewhere in emergency management. But today is my last day on the radio waves, as you know me as a police dispatcher here in Chicago.
So tonight at 7 o'clock, roughly over at 1400 West on Madison, you're leaving the building. You're probably the most well-known dispatcher I can think of in my years in Chicago, and it's got to be a little bittersweet. Yes? No?
Yeah, like I said, it's a somber moment. It's bittersweet, but I'm excited, It's just a lot going on here within the city of Chicago, and being the other person on the other end of the phones, taking 911 calls, as well as being the other person on the side of that radio talking to police officers for several years, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot and seen a lot of good and a lot of bad, and unfortunately there's a lot more of the bad that's outweighing the good, and I've noticed that it's time to really step out and just go into a more leadership role and do more for the city and advocate more because there's so much nonsense going on, and I just can't do what Keith is supposed to be doing just by being in that bubble on Madison Avenue.
Oh, my goodness. Well, how long ago has it been? August when you became famous for kind of a negative reason, the shooting and the death of Ella French. I mean, can you reflect on that today with your last day over at 911?
Well, like I promised her and many of the other officers out there in Chicago and abroad, I'm always going to be that person on the other end of not just the radio, but just out there presently active and advocating for them. I support the Blue. They go out there and they do a thankless job, a tireless job, and it's just not the police officer, it's the firemen, the paramedics, the dispatchers, the call takers, everyone within the public safety realm. I support them and I back them, all the city workers and just people who live here in Chicago. We deserve better, we need better, and I'm just hoping that I can continue to be able to do the things that I'm doing with so many other wonderful people throughout Chicago who give it their all just to kind of pull our city back. But we got a big problem here, George. You know it, and everyone knows it. We see it day in and day out. Doesn't matter where you're at in the city of Chicago, north side, south side, downtown, west side. There's a big problem here.
Speaking of problems, do you have a comment on the latest story today that just broke? The gentleman that was the number one prosecutor at the state's attorney's office, he's resigned as well?
Look, same reason I'm leaving. We're tired of it, People, there's some good people out here, and I consider myself a great person, and I'm not going to sit back and see what's going on and stay, with the nonsense and the corruption that's going on. So he sees it. He's working as a top prosecutor with Kim Fox, and it's a bunch of garbage. She's letting these guys in and out. It's very hard to control the crime and violent crime because of what she's doing. So good for him. Kudos to him. And hopefully many more will follow our lead and taking a stand of doing what's right. And that's getting out of the system and standing up for what's real and what's true, which is Chicago is out of control, Cook County's out of control, and we need more positive leaders to stand up and stand out.
Well, Keith, thank you very much. You've been a close friend of everybody here in Chicago. I listen to you literally every night on the scanners, and we wish you well in your next endeavor, my friend.
Hey, thanks a lot, George. God bless, and I love you. Chicago, I love you.